The Crimson Knight. Characters, Concept, and Blueprint by Danny Nellis. In the countryside of the northern Appalachian Plateau, there sits a small town called Decentville, where life moves a bit slower. Here we find Danny and his friends relaxing and talking about their future now that they graduated high school. Hey guys, I just found out I got a job at the factory. I can't believe that I will be able to afford to live on my own.
I can't believe anyone hired you.
No need to be jealous, Brody. What can I say? Knowing how to drive and fix forklifts is a skill that the forklift factory finds handy. Besides, their business is really booming. They may even stoop down low enough to hire you, Brody.
I was only kidding, Felipe. Besides, now that my dad got a job at the factory, I won't need to stay back and help my parents. I am joining the army like I always wanted.
Well, the factory's been getting so many new orders for forklifts that they hired me to help with administration. How about you, Danny?
Gee, Chrissy, I don't know. I didn't get a job at the factory. There isn't a lot else out there for me right now. I think I'm going to ask my uncle for some advice.
Hey Danny, hope you don't mind if we play with your uncle's football while you go inside.
Don't you think for one moment that I'm going to let you think you're hot stuff as you throw passes without anyone defending. Let me show you a real throw.
Two.
Let's see if I still know how to tackle. Wow, that kid has really developed quite well.
Remind me again why you never played football for the Decentville High team?
Let's just say I don't take orders well, not even from coaches. Looks like your cousin is coming home.
I didn't know the freak show was in town. What are you guys doing over?
I came to talk to Uncle. I wanted to see if he had any advice about life after high school.
That's a strange person to ask for advice. All my father did after high school was start that silly little metal workshop. If you want to really go places, you should work for me at my investment company in Avalon City.
And take orders from you? I don't think so, Zant. Besides, what do you even do at your company? Send a few emails and crush people's lives? I'd rather do something that actually makes the world a better place.
Without businesses like mine, things in this world wouldn't get done. I make the world a better place for many people, especially myself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to talk to my father. Father, did you hear about my latest deal? I made quite a profit. I have come to celebrate and take you out to dinner.
From what I understand, there isn't a lot to celebrate. You bought the metalworks company, fired everyone, and sold off the equipment for a profit for yourself.
That company was going to fail anyway, and I came in and made sure it didn't go to waste. Besides, that business was the biggest competitor to your little workshop. I thought you'd be happy.
I knew a lot of good men that worked for that company that are now out of a job. There is more than life than making a profit.
Don't you understand that what I did was good? That I prevented waste, and now smaller companies can pick up the slack now that they're out of business. If you're so worried about these good men, why don't you hire an employee for your own business for once in your life?
My workshop was supposed to be a family business that I would pass down to you if you had any interest. I would have passed down all the lessons learned over generations that came with it as well.
Well, I found my own way, and it isn't like I had much of a choice. Ever since Mom died, all you did was spend time in that workshop. And while you were hiding from life in that workshop, I faced it head on.
If you had shown any interest in the workshop, there is so much I could have passed down to you. But you never showed the desire or the promise. You were always welcome in the workshop, but you never did even show the interest that Danny did.
And you never took the time to show interest in what I was doing in my life.
Danny, I just don't know how to get through to him. I guess I'll never really know how, and it's too late now. Don't feel bad. He just was never the same after Aunt Sarah died. Danny, how could I help you today? I actually came in for some advice. I'm all done with high school now. I wanted to see if you had any words of wisdom. I don't really take orders so well, so as you can imagine, most job interviews don't go so well. And I can't imagine myself working for your son, so I wanted to see if you had any advice for me. I was the same way, but I found that even though I didn't like taking orders, I could still be successful working for myself. You and my son are very different, which might mean the metal workshop might be a good fit for you. Let's take a little trip. You always have shown an interest in the metal shop, but there are a few parts of this old barn-turned-workshop that may even surprise you. You already know about the workshop and how I can reproduce any metal object, but I think it's about time that I showed you something else. I've been watching you for some time now, Danny, and I think you're ready for what I'm about to show you. In fact, I feel like I should have shown it to you earlier. You see, follow me. There's more than what I do that meets the eye. Nothing that I say today can ever be repeated. The story of our family goes way back. Over 500 years ago, one of our descendants worked as a knight for a king. The knight was a noble and honest man, but the king was not. Bring me this woman! I think I'll make her my bride. Well, for the night anyway. Please, no! Your Highness, I must protest. This would be against the articles of decency put into place by your brother before you took the crown.
Thank you, Sir Knight. You truly have a heart of crimson, even if the king has a heart of black.
Get that wench out of here at once! You do realize that I am the king, and you take orders from me, don't you, Sir Crimson-Hearted Knight? Yes, sire. And you do understand that I do have the authority to command my knights to any mission deemed necessary for the safety of the kingdom, as granted in the Articles of Decency that you seem so enamored with, don't you? Yes, sire. Good, because I have a special mission of the utmost importance that I'm assigning to you that involves a very long trip. But the mission was nothing more than a ploy to get the knight as far away as possible. And to make matters worse, there was a saboteur aboard, hired to make the Crimson Knight disappear for good. But despite the drastic efforts to destroy the Crimson Knight, he survived, shipwrecked in the New World. The Crimson Knight made his way to a nearby colonial settlement village, and vowed to oversee and protect the village from any danger. And once the knight became too old to carry out his duties, he passed on the mantle of the Crimson Knight down to the next generation. And now, it has come time for this Crimson Knight to pass down the mantle to the next generation. Wait, you mean you are the current Crimson Knight? Not anymore, I'm not. It's time for me to pass down the mantle to the next generation. I had always planned on passing the mantle down to my son, Zant, but I don't trust that he deserves the mantle of the Crimson Knight. Danny, you have impressed me with your honor, loyalty, and physical skills. So now, I pass the mantle down to you. Come on, we have lots of training to do. You must train physically, non-stop, every day. You must learn the martial arts, as well as the art of sword and shield. You must fill your head with wisdom. And you must learn to make and build your own tools. There is no hero store for you to pick up supplies, so you need the skills to make them yourselves. Owning your own metal shop is the perfect cover for buying up mass amounts of raw materials, but what you do with them is up to you and in your hands. Here are some supplies that'll help you build your armor suit, something you're going to need if you're going to take over as the Crimson Knight. Every Crimson Knight builds their own suit. Feel free to get other materials as well, but remember to be discreet. You can't have anyone find out who you are. Just to give you an idea, here's a picture of me in the armor that I made. What was that? Sounded like it came from outside. Let's check it out. Someone just bombed my truck. This is worrying. Someone is on to me that I am, or was, Crimson Knight. Who could have done this? Do you think that Zant could be behind this? You did have one heck of a disagreement earlier. Our little argument shouldn't have been big enough to make him that mad. Unless he figured out you handed down the mantle of the Crimson Knight to me instead of him. Zant's a clever man, but I have never told him about the Crimson Knight. I doubt he knows anything about it. We need to investigate. Come on. Look at this. This is the remote detonator that was used to set off the bomb that someone stuck on my truck. And here I can see where this component was manufactured. Come on, we have some work to do. Looks like we're heading to the forklift factory. There it is. Let's see if we can get in. This place is too well guarded. I need you to stay here. I'll sneak in and see what I can find. I can't let you go in there alone. You said it yourself. Your Crimson Knight days are over. I need you to listen to me. Your training is not complete, and you're not ready to take on a mission like this yet. You need to stay back here and watch my back. Got it? Fine.
Huh?
The alarm! I better hurry. Oh no, Uncle's in trouble. The alarm went off and the door slammed shut behind him. They got guards everywhere. I got to help him. But Uncle ordered me to stay back. I can't disobey him. I'm just going to have to trust in him. The executive office. All too easy. What do we have down here?
So, I see that you found my plans to sneak remote control access and bombs into all of the forklifts that we build here, old man. Or should I call you Crimson Knight?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me, old man. My family has been secretly trying to take out the Order of the Crimson Knight for generations. Looks like I have finally succeeded.
Then you must be a descendant of the Black-Hearted King.
Just call me Black King, and no point in playing dumb. I have the best spies in the world, and I'm surprised that you survived my present I left for you in your truck.
You fool, I'm no Crimson Knight. Look at me. I have no armor. I'm too old to be running around like you think I am.
Maybe he has already passed down the mantle. Keep him alive, just in case there is another Crimson Knight. You would make perfect bait for a trap. Get 'em, boys! Later on.
Did you hear the news? Boss captured Crimson Knight. Guess we're good to move on to Operation Remote Destruction.
Oh no, they captured Uncle. They know he's Crimson Knight. An Operation Remote Destruction? It's time that I step up as the next Crimson Knight, even if my training is not complete. Time to get to work. Time to add a modern touch to the Crimson Knight legend. Now I need a plan. With my training only partially complete, I'm going to need to come up with a smart way to get inside the factory to avoid all those guards. Guys, wait! I need your help!
We were just on our way to work at the factory, Dan. What do you need?
I need you guys to sneak me into the factory. No questions asked. This is extremely important. Uncle might be in trouble. Well...
Oh, of course we will help. I can make up an ID badge for you.
And I guess I can get you a uniform and show you the best place to sneak in. Here you go, Dan. And this is the entrance with the least guards.
Good luck, Dan.
If you get caught, I don't know you!
How do you like my trap, clumsy knight?
If any more weight gets added to the yellow scale floor, boom to you and your rescuer. And if you are lying about there being another night, then you will stay where you are till you bleed out or starve. Meanwhile, I continue with my plan to use remote forklifts across the country to infiltrate any place I want continues. Meanwhile, alright people, show your IDs and get to work. Come on! I can't believe that worked. Now I need to find a place to put this new Crimson Knight suit on. And to find Uncle. Sir, bad news. The company you hired to build the remote control module to control the forklifts just went out of business. They were victim to a hostile takeover and dismantled. What? This is an outrage! The bomb detonator should still work, though. At least I can still blow warehouses and construction sites across this country sky high. And as your truck knows, the remote detonator works fine. Sir, bad news again. The network for the detonators is down as well. Same thing. The company that was doing that for us was dismantled. Can't you fools get anything right? I guess if you want anything done right, you gotta do it yourself. Time to try these throwing shields for a try. Halt! Don't make a move, King! I don't think so, Knight. You have a choice to make. Either save the old man or try to capture me. You have 1 minute to decide. Ha 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 ha! Careful, don't step on the tiled part of the floor, or it'll cause the bomb to blow up immediately. Yikes! I'm gonna need some help. I'm hurt pretty badly. You were lucky this time, Knight, but we will meet again, and next time you won't be able to rely on malfunctioning business deals. Here's a little something to remember me by until then. Let's get you out of here, now! Hey, stop! Who goes there? You need to get out of here. No one can see you make back to the workshop. I will slow you down. Don't worry. I'll be fine. Just go. But I can't just leave you. Just go. Trust me. Whew. What a day. Peter Thomas reporting live from Decent Forklift, located between Decentville and Avalon City, where an explosion has disrupted daily activities. Several casualties have been reporting, including several yet-to-be-identified bodies that were charred beyond recognition. Among those believed to have perished was George, Decentville resident and metal shop owner. I told you not to worry and that I'd be okay. You're okay! Not quite. I'm hurt pretty bad. We're going to need to get you to a hospital right away. No! Black King thinks I'm dead. We are safer if it stays that way. I'm not going to let you just fade away. You need to see someone fast. Your wounds are quite serious. Okay, but it needs to be someone I trust. There's a man by the name of Grizz Washington. He was a medic in the army. Give him a call. He's trustworthy. It is a good thing that you called me over here when you did, or you wouldn't be talking right now. Thanks for coming, Grizz. You'll live, but I'm not sure you will ever walk again, and that's one nasty leg wound you've managed to get yourself there. Seems like the only news lately is bad news. Finding a job these days is nearly impossible. Even for you, Grizz? You're a great welder. Why don't you help out around here? I'm passing down the shop to my nephew here, and he could use the extra help and guidance. Doesn't look like I will be moving around much right now. But, let's keep things quiet about me being around. Let's just say that I'm okay with having some peace and quiet. Say no more. Any secret you got are safe with me. With Grizz helping out at the shop and George freed to help train, Danny can continue his ongoing training to become the legend of the Crimson Knight.